Isaiah and Alexis, Neaveh. I want to leave you these videos. One, because I love you, and I really believe that there's power in video. You know, I've already told you, Isaiah and Alexis, what I believe the keys are, you know, as far as in life, to be able to be able to have success. And this is like in more in a business standpoint. And traditionally, we're taught that we need to go to school, and you go through elementary school, then you go through junior high, and you go through high school, and then you go to college, and you get your degree, and then you go off to a career. Well, the world that we're in now has changed. Now, don't get me wrong, you need to give your best in grade school, elementary school, junior high, and all throughout school. And I do hope that you guys will go to college for the experience and to, you know, pick the right classes that are going to teach you how to become a leader. Because I believe that the school system right now, at this point, is a broken system. It's teaching kids and you guys how to be followers. Now understand, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a follower. We have to follow people in some way of life. But inside of all of us, we have leadership skills, and we all can be leaders. And for you guys, like I said, you guys aren't normal kids or normal people. You guys aren't average. There is averageness in all of us, right? But I know for some reason you guys know how to tap into, you got God's favor on you, Jesus' favor, that you're able to tap into that leadership that you have. And you guys yearn to do those types of things, to be a leader, to move to the forefront. Not to be perfect, but to show everyone else that if you can, anyone else can. And so there's a couple of things that I want you guys to do. I want you guys, if you guys learn how to do this, you'll be fine in life as far as monetarily. No matter what happens. People always say, well, you know what, I have this career, right? I went to school for this career so I can go anywhere in the world and I can use this career where I go. That's great, right? But once again, they're talking about a piece of paper, right? But really the skills that you need to learn where you can move to the top without even a piece of paper is your communication. Being willing to communicate to one-on-one, to communicate to someone, be able to listen to them and communicate back to them on how they can improve, because everyone's looking at the ways that everyone wants to improve in their life, whatever it is, right? So communication. Also learning how to communicate in a group of 5 to 50,000 people, right? Learning how to speak. What do you need to do to learn how to speak to groups of people? Study it, research it, just like anything else. The third thing so it's communication, right? And then the second thing is selling. How to sell. Everyone is selling. You're going to hear people tell you, I don't like sales. I don't like sell. When we walk outside, we're selling ourselves. We're our own billboard, right? So whether it's a car salesman, whether you have a business and you're selling your business, you've already started your day by selling yourself. That's why we wake up, we brush our teeth. That's why people want to get in shape and work out. That's why you take a shower to smell better, right? You're selling yourself out there, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. And so what I want you to understand is that inside of selling who you are, learn how to sell regardless, whatever it is. Merchandise, right? Learn how to sell through your communication. Learn how to sell through your action, okay? Once you learn how to sell, and the way that you learn how to sell is watching YouTube videos, right? Is listening to CDs or whatever inside the car, right? On how to sell. So instead of taking your time out in the car and listening to music, right? Unless it's worship music that's feeding your soul, all the other stuff you can put off to the side and listen to things that are going to teach you how to sell, right? And then you'll never have a want for money. Never. No matter if you have a certificate, get as many certificates as you can. But if you don't have one certificate, learn it from me. I don't have I don't have really any certificates, right? Understand, I'm not saying that that's wrong. But what I'm saying is that if you learn how to sell, you can sell more than someone that has 20 or 30 certificates and have more than they have, right? As far as monetarily wise. And then the last thing that's very important in life, as far as, and this goes for life too, is being willing. Being willing. A lot of people aren't willing, right? Willing to get up and speak, right? They're not willing. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to face your fears. It's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay not to face that fear. And you have to be willing to choose what fear you want to face. Okay? What fear is that? Is this fear going to make me stronger, or is this fear going to make me weaker? Right? So being willing to be able to face your fears, that is so critical. Everybody, don't get it twisted. Celebrities, all these people that you look at that have created success in their life, or you can look at someone that's a doctor or, assistant, whoever person that you see that is just creating some great success in their life, right? They're facing their fears. They're learning how to get uncomfortable. They're making friends with the butterflies in their stomach, right? They're making friends with their heart beating crazy and they can't breathe. But they're making friends with that moment and facing it right in that moment because of their willingness, right? You're not going to be the biggest. You're not going to be the strongest all the time, right? You're not going to be the smartest all the time. You understand? You're not going to be those things all the time. There's always going to be someone that's better. And there might be a lot of people that are better than you, right? On the other hand, are they willing? Are they willing? That's the question. Whoever is willing at that moment in time is going to move and progress, and they're willing to face their fear. And not many people, that's the secret to life, not many people are willing. They talk about it, they want to do it, but once that stomach starts bubbling, once that heart starts beating, and there's a moment to grow, they will not embrace it, right? So embrace those moments. And the more you embrace those moments and make that your friend, you will rise to the top. No matter what, you'll rise to the top in whatever it is, right? The more that you embrace that it's okay to stutter, it's okay to sweat, right? It's okay to be feared, right? They have these shirts when I was coming up that would talk about no fear. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, why do I have fear? I must be different from. And I took that shirt and that label to where I felt fear, so I thought I was different than a lot of other people, right? And so I wouldn't face a lot of my fears. But once I started to understand that everyone has fear, even the people that you're seeing right now as you're growing up that are the most ultra successful people you can ever think of had fear. The most influential person in this world ever, Jesus Christ, most influential person in this world ever, the only person that could save this world, right? And did save this world through grace, had fear. He even had fears. But what made him the most influential person and the most, really the best ever, is the fact that he embraced it. He was willing to get uncomfortable to go. And you go, well, Jesus was perfect. Well, then look to other people that weren't perfect then. Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, just to name a few. Michael Jordan. I mean, the list goes on of people that weren't born with this perfect being that faced their fears. Okay, so face them, be willing, right? To be able to communicate and sell. Those three things. Love you.